Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be another disappointing products. But I thought I would do a spin on this topic and make it a little bit more fun and a little bit different. Why not offer better alternatives? For example, talk about a mascara I really don't like, but then offer you a better alternative, something I've tried, something I've tested, and something that I find to actually work. So that way, not only am I steering you away from wasting your money on products that are disappointing, I'm leading you in the right direction towards something that's a little bit better and that will help you to spend your money on a product that you will actually like. So if you guys want to find out what these disappointing products are, I have 10 of them, and the better alternatives, then please just keep on watching. The very first disappointing product I have to mention is this pimple. I never break out. Since high school, I have stopped breaking out. I don't know what is going on with my skin. Ever since I moved into this house, I feel like I break out, I fix it, I clear everything up, and then I break out again. I don't know what's happening. I eat very healthy, I drink a lot of water. I don't know what's going on. I think one of the disappointing products that I have to share with you today is the cause of it, and I'll get into that later. So the very first product that I wanted to mention is what sparked the whole idea of sitting down and filming a disappointing products video again. I hated this mascara as I was unpacking and organizing in my beauty room, and I came across this one, brand new in its box. I don't know why I have this. I had a different tube, I gave it away or threw it out. I hated it. This is the Plumpify Blast Pro Mascara from Covergirl. Very clumpy, very messy. The brush is very large. It's hard to work with, hard to get to those lower lashes without creating a mess, stays wet, doesn't dry down quickly. It's just a horrible mascara in general. But the better alternative that I have to share with you is the Supersizer mascara, also from Covergirl. It's about the same price point. This one has a much smaller wand. It's almost like a skinny little lightsaber. And funny enough, this is actually in the Star Wars packaging that they released in time for the movie. I still haven't finished this tube up quite yet. I'm wearing it today. If you want to pick up this Supersizer mascara, you will find it in the turquoise tube. This is just the packaging for Star Wars. It's in black, but it's the exact same mascara. So definitely pass on the Plumpify and pick up the Supersizer. This next disappointment is a foundation makeup brush, and it's actually pretty affordable. It's from Morphe. I think it was in that $10 to $12 range. I'm not really sure. I picked this up a while ago. It's the M439. Jaclyn Hill mentioned this being a great foundation brush. This not only drank up 90% of the foundation as I went to blend it into my face, but this scratched my skin. It felt horrible. It left any foundation, BB cream, any face product streaky. Just not a good product. I say pass on the M439 from Morphe. They do have really nice brushes. The Elite collection is amazing. I'm not a fan of this brush. But for a better alternative that is also drugstore priced is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I recently talked about this in my favorites from July. It's just an angled, very densely packed brush that blends out your foundation, your BB cream, your CC cream seamlessly. It looks flawless. It looks like your skin but better. It looks like second skin when you're finished. No streaky mess, doesn't scratch your face, and does not drink up any excess product. So it's a wonderful brush. I highly recommend the Real Technique brushes in general. This next disappointment comes in the form of a nail polish. I was wearing it in one of my videos recently. It's the China Glaze nail lacquer in the shade Rose Among Thorns, number 1012. It's a bright, bright, vibrant pink. As you can see in the camera, it looks beautiful. It looks fantastically bright, but when I painted my nails with it, I felt like it looked like a very generic pink. This chipped within 4 or 5 days, and the color was nothing like what it is in the bottle. It wasn't as bright, wasn't as vibrant. But I found a better alternative from e.l.f. This is in the shade Passion Fruit. It's the same kind of vibrant pink, but I feel like this one is just a slight bit more neon. It's a little bit more true to the color in the bottle, and these nail polishes never chip on me for a good 10 to 12 days. They're awesome, but I really do love the e.l.f. brand, and I normally love China Glaze, so I don't know what was up with this color, but Rose Among Thorns was kind of a miss for me. This next product is a face powder, and it's rather pricey. The better alternative I have for you comes from the drugstore. So as far as the bad one, the disappointment, it's the Hello Flawless face powder from Benefit. I used to love this when I was getting into makeup and watching YouTube at the very beginning. And recently, as I've gotten more into makeup and learning more about makeup tips and tricks, I find that this powder is very cakey. It doesn't blend in well. It's very heavy on the skin. It's very obvious that you're wearing it. It gives you a patchy finish. And it's quite pricey, so very disappointing. But luckily, I found an alternative from the drugstore that's more affordable and a lot better. And it's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. These powders are very finely milled, very soft, so they blend flawlessly. They're very smooth to the skin. They don't create any patchiness, and you definitely don't get any cakiness. So I highly recommend the Maybelline Fit Me powders in matte and poreless or the regular over the Hello Flawless powders from Benefit. This next product is the one that I believe broke me out. It's the deluxe sample size I received in the past from a Sephora order. It's the Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. It's supposed to hydrate where you're dry, and it's supposed to eliminate any extra oil on your face as it's cleansing your face. I didn't like this because when I was done washing my face, I usually used it in the shower. I felt very dry, as if my skin was very tight and pooled, and it smells like toothpaste. I'm not a fan of minty scents, and I just feel like this did not balance out my skin the way it says it's supposed to. And I did notice breakouts several days after using this, a couple of times in a row. So I'm not really a fan. I'll pass this along to somebody else. Maybe somebody else's skin can handle this better than mine can. I'm so glad I never purchased this and then I received a sample size because it's kind of sucky. But my better alternative is from Fresh, and this is their Soy Face Cleanser. If you saw my recently updated skincare routine video, my Holy Grail skincare products, this is one of my favorite cleansers because it's gentle, it's great for sensitive skin, it doesn't over dry, it smells like cucumbers. I like that scent much more than the mint scent, and I've never broken out with this. I can use it morning, I can use it at night. It takes off eye makeup, including waterproof mascara. It's a really great product, and it's probably about the same price or maybe even less than the Origins one, so I highly recommend anything, especially the Soy Face Cleanser from Fresh. And the disappointment is the Daily Hydration Moisturizer from e.l.f. This is $8. It's beautiful. I love the packaging. It has a tube, but guys, this does not dry down on the face quickly enough. If you're like me, you do not like to put moisturizer on your face before bed, lay down in your pillows and your sheets, and find yourself sticking to everything. This does that. It doesn't dry down quickly enough. I feel like it's very sticky and greasy on the face. I don't feel as if my skin is drinking it up fast enough. The better alternative, which I had to run out and go buy because that e.l.f. was not doing it for me, is the Simple Skin Sensitive Skin Experts Replenishing Rich Moisturizer. This does not have SPF, that's why I can use it at nighttime. And this is over 4 fluid ounces, and it works a lot better. It's almost gel-like. It's very watered down in consistency, but my skin drinks it up instantly. I'm not left with any greasy residue. It hydrates my face. It gives me a nice glowy complexion when I wake up. Go for this guy, pass on this guy. And the other thing I don't like about this e.l.f. moisturizer is if you open it up, it's very hard to get product out, and I realize why. Look at the size of the straw that goes in here. It's not even barely an inch. Of course that's not going to suck up any product, so you're stuck squeezing and pumping out nothing but air. Waste of money, not a good moisturizer. Spend $1 or $2 more and pick up this one from Simple, the Rich Moisturizer. A lot better. Now let's talk a couple of eye brushes. So the two disappointments I have is a shader brush and a crease brush. The shader brush is actually from Elizabeth Mott, and I believe I got this in an Ipsy bag. It's called the All Over Shadow or Shader Brush. It's pink, it's cute, it's flat, but this doesn't pick up the product you want to put onto your eyelid. It does pick it up, but it doesn't put it onto your eyelid. It'll pick up glitter, pigment, shadow, anything, but it basically stays in the brush's bristles and it doesn't transfer onto your lid, so it does not do a good job of doing anything. So this is definitely a pass. And to make up for this Elizabeth Mott, I found one from e.l.f. actually, and this is from the dollar line, and this is the Essential Eyeshadow Brush. It's only $1, it's flat, it picks up pigment, it picks up shadow, it picks up glitter, anything you want, but it actually deposits it back onto the lid, so it works very well. It's $1. It's awesome. And the e.l.f. Crease Brush is the most horrible product I've ever seen. It's $3 or $2, something like that, so it is affordable, but it doesn't pick up very much product. I could sit here and put on eyeshadow 20 times and I still wouldn't have the pigmentation that I want. Not worth it. Highly, highly say pass on this brush. Now, if you're looking for a good crease brush, it is pricier, but it's definitely worth it. You will only need one. Just take good care of it. Make sure you clean it every so often. And it's the Sigma Tapered Blending, the E40 brush. This does a great job of blending in the crease, blending under the lower lash line to create smoky eye. More pricey, better brush. Pass on e.l.f., pick up Sigma. This next product, both high-end, and they are brow pencils. The first one, and the disappointing one, is from Too Faced. This is their Brow-nie eyebrow pencil, and it has a spoolie on one end and a wooden pencil on the other, so you do have to sharpen this product, but I feel like it's very creamy, so it doesn't do a great job of creating a natural arch or a naturally filled in brow. It just looks very harsh and very strong. And even if you sharpen it, I feel like it's just too creamy to do a good job. Whereas the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer has an angled tip, so it does a great job of creating that nice line, and then you can easily fill it in. It has a waxiness to it, which will help to hold the brow hairs in place, keep them in place, and the creaminess that looks harsh doesn't happen with this brow definer. And of course, on the other end, it has the spoolie tip as well. I highly recommend the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz or the brow definer, but the brow definer is winning of those two. I think it's the best. And then the last disappointment is a blush, and they're both from the same brand. So the disappointing one is the e.l.f. blush. I believe this is just called their powder blushes in the shade Blushing Rose. It doesn't really matter the shade, but it looks like this, as if they copied the Nars packaging. They're affordable. I think I picked these up on the e.l.f. website for a couple bucks, and the pigmentation is just not there. They're very, very, I don't want to say powdery or chalky, but they're very... I almost feel as if they're sprayed with something on top that doesn't let you get into that product. No matter how much you dig with your finger or your brush, you're just kind of sitting there working at getting that product out of there. So pass on the little e.l.f. blushes that look like this, and go for the e.l.f. blushes that look like this. They're called the Mineral Pressed Blushes. This one in particular is in the shade Cabo Cabana. I'm wearing it today. It's a nice dark kind of rosy mauve, kind of like this one, except that this guy actually works. It swatches beautifully, it blends beautifully, and it applies perfectly. So that finishes up my disappointing products, better alternatives video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed the fact that I did a little research within my collection and shared with you better options instead of just talking about what's disappointing out there. And hopefully I help you to save some money as well. Don't forget to share in the comment box below recent purchases that you've made that have been disappointments. That way we can all save some money and we can talk about it in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. And as always, thank you for watching. Mwah. So the first video, so if you guys want to find out what these disappointing products slash regret purchases, so if you guys want to find out what these disappointing products slash research products, but my battle